You're watching Breakfast Television on City TV. We're about to enter the Golden Age of Astronomy, and one of Canada's leading astronomers will be in Calgary highlighting how our country fits into things. That's an event coming up on Thursday. Roger Nelson joining us to talk about the event and also to talk about what's new in the world of astronomy, the Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. That's what Roger Nelson is a member of. And right off the get-go, why are we saying that we're entering a golden age? Because I thought the Hubble Space Telescope was a big deal.
Well, I think we've got things like probes and missions going out to planetary bodies like comets. We're going out to the edge of the solar system. So we've got all these space exploration missions that are adding to the knowledge of astronomy. Plus, we're getting all these new telescopes and new telescope capability that's coming on stream.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about that at the talk on Thursday night, and we'll hear some more about that from Fraser Kane, who Astronomy Today, Universe Today, and we're also got other events coming. For example, it used to be that for a person to do astronomy, you'd have to get your own telescope, and you'd have to go out to some location, maybe dark, cold, maybe if it was in winter, middle of the night, and look at things. But now we also have options like you can go from your own desk at home over the internet. You can go take pictures off telescopes. There's telescopes you can tweet a request for, and they'll take a picture for you.
Really?
There's other ones where the Astronomical Society, we have a remote telescope in California that members can sign on to and image things and look at things and do their own science. So
from the city of Calgary.
From the city of Calgary, in your basement or wherever your office is in your house. So the golden age of astronomy means with the capabilities of the internet and everything, we're able to reach out and look at things and use instruments and equipment that we haven't been able to use before. So at all levels, we've got the opportunities for participation by the public, by the citizens of the world, in addition to the astronomy. And so we're working together, there's lots of opportunities to learn more, do more, and for each and every one of us to do that.
One telescope in particular you wanted to highlight is the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope on the top of Mauna Kea in Hawaii, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And why is this one so significant?
Well, this one's significant because it was the first, I'll call it the big telescope on top of Mauna Kea. If you look at it today, you go to Hawaii, go to the Big Island, you'll see that you'll see all those telescopes on there. And there's a dozen or more telescopes up there, and they're large telescopes. This one here was the first big one, 11.7 feet in diameter was the mirror. It's actually... now it's reaching the end of its life, and they're going to be replacing that with a bigger telescope inside that dome in the next few years. Doesn't mean it doesn't do important science right now, and that's what's going on there right now. On Thursday we'll get a unique opportunity to look inside the control room. We're planning a live broadcast or interview with the control room. Hosted by the speaker of our talk. That's on Thursday night at the Science Theater in Calgary.
Okay, yeah. And another telescope you wanted to feature is the James Webb telescope.
Well, I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah.
The question came up, what's going to replace the Hubble? Well, there is a replacement. It's scheduled to go up. It's still in the timeline. So at any given time, we will always have something looking at the stars from outside the atmosphere. But to look outside the atmosphere is not the only option. We can find really high spots on the planet where the air is really stable, and with things called adaptive optics and segmented mirrors and everything, we get really large diameter mirrors to look deep into space and look for things like planets around other stars. Actually, there's even ways that you can look for the presence of planets even with a smaller telescope from that a lot of amateurs have. A 15-inch telescope you can look at.
Outstanding.
So there's all these new science coming along and ways for you to explore and learn and participate as a member of the public. So
the Golden Age of Astronomy is a lecture with Fraser Cain this Thursday at the University of Calgary, the Science Theaters, room 140, from 7:30 till 9:30, including the live connection with the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope on the top of Mauna Kea in, of course, the state of Hawaii. Thank you, Roger, for coming in. I always love talking about this. New and bigger and better things in the world of astronomy. This is exciting stuff.